Let us understand the next feature under draft, which is named as split. Before understanding what is split, we have to quickly create a draft. So I will be selecting all the faces. Now I will be assigning a hinge. Earlier I was assigning the top surface as hinge. Now I will be assigning the plane as the hinge. So after selecting the plane, you can see that we have a node over here with which we can change the angle. We can either move it inside and we can change the angle, say for example 15 degrees. You can see that certain amount of material is being removed from the upper region, whereas certain amount of material is added in the bottom region. Now let me go to the split up command. So what this command does is it splits the total geometry or the total draft, and this can be done by selecting the split options. Under the drop down, I have to select the split by draft hinge at first, because this is the first type of split present in the Creo. So after selecting the split by draft hinge, if you remember, the draft hinge was the plane, and you can notice that I have another node which is present in the bottom region of the plane or the draft hinge. So this particular node will help me to change or alter the angle with respect to the hinge. So you can see that we have divided the total draft into two parts right now, upper and the lower. So this is basically created by splitting the total draft about the draft hinge. So we can vary the angle between them from the ribbon also. Say for example I want this 20 and the next one let me assign it to be 10 degrees. So this is the angle what I wanted, and we can just vary it with respect to or by typing into the ribbon. Now we have some features over here under the category named as side options. So the first feature is automatically selected, that is draft sides independently. So we are altering the angle independently, they're not dependent on each other. Whereas the next option is the dependent option. So if we are altering one angle, the other angle also get altered automatically because they are dependent to each other right now. So in this case, we are not independently assigning individual values for both the drafts. We are assigning only one value, a single value, which will be used by both the drafts. Say for example 20 degrees. You may notice that the draft is on both the sides equally. We can also change the side of angle. This is basically adding of material, and this is removal of material. Let us look at the other side options. The next option is draft first side only. So what does this option mean? You can see on the screen easily by looking at the dynamic view. The draft is splitted right now, and you may see that only the upper region is having a taperedness or a draft, whereas the other region is a non-drafted region. Clear? The first side of the upper side has been drafted, whereas the other side is non-draft region. We have another option over here which you can easily understand by looking at the dynamic view, and this option is named as draft second side only. So the name itself tells us that the second side of the split is being drafted, whereas the other side is a non-drafted region. So these are the options under the split by draft hinge command. We can also look at another type of split, and for that let us go to the next video.